Gemini's back up. Okay, those of you, I'm going to go ahead and start because I'm late. I'm late as usual. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to have to run it back. Okay. Welcome to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we are doing Gemini's weekly love tarot card reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like the video, hype the video. If you want to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. If you want me to read you live ever, I go live. Well, it's only going to be one time a week now. So I go live once a week, and that information is going to be in the description box of that. It's usually on Sundays. Okay. All right. Here we go. So Gemini. Okay, Gemini, the card that fell for you is calling in your soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay. All right. So this is talking about, your person being right around the corner. Okay. So whatever you are doing to work on yourself, Spirit is telling you that you need to make sure that you continue to do that. I told you, this is not a thing where you just working on yourself just to bring this person in. Whatever you are doing to work on yourself, it needs to continue. It should always be a continual effort, okay? Because when you get in this relationship with this person and certain things happen, you're going to have to both go to your own corners and heal yourselves and come back into the connection the correct way so that you can handle whatever the issues are, okay? All right, then we have to clarify. We got the Two of Wands. It's reversed, right? So it says reevaluate, lacking strategy, reassess, make adjustments, set goals, define your purpose. This is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to bringing in your person. This is all the stuff I just talked about just a second ago, that you're going to have to reevaluate the way you move in relationships because the old shit wasn't working. And so now if you want a new path, you want change, you are going to have to fucking start to identify like a new person and move in a different way. That is what Spirit is telling you. Okay, let's move on. Oh, and then I see this Eight of Cups. So this keeps coming up for almost everybody, every sign. So you're going to have to walk away from whoever you need to walk away from as well. Some of y'all might still be holding on to them old dusties and crusties and people that done cheated on you, backstabbed you, done all this stuff. And Spirit is telling you, it is time for you to make a decision, right? Who comes first? Is it you or is it this? Okay, that's me. I did that. It was supposed to do that. So if the screen went black, it was supposed to. You need to decide, is it you that comes first? Is it your feelings that mean the most? Or is it this other person's? Because as long as you continue to feed into this bullshit, you're going to continue to get your feelings stomped on. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to talk all about your person now. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell you about your person. For Gemini Spirit and their person. There. Okay, so let's start off with the overall energy. Overall energy is the Temperance card. I know this light is very bright. Hold on. Move it a little bit. Okay. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. This is talking about balance, right? So I feel like your person, that's what your person, the period your person is going through at this time, Gemini. They're balancing themselves out to prepare for this connection, okay? They're learning how to stand in their how to stand in their power and know their worth with the Nine of Pentacles, okay? Which is these two cards go together. This is a good combination that I'm seeing here. So this is telling me that your person is taking this seriously and they're doing what they need to do, and you need to be mirroring them and doing the same thing as well, okay? Then we got the Queen of Cups showing up here. This is Scorpio energy. It is talking about, your person having a lot of love to give. They could have Scorpio placements, you could have, or you both could have. They have a lot of love to give, and this person wants to give this love to you, okay? And while the time is passing, or the divine timing is occurring, whatever's going on, your person's working on themselves. They are what is the word, how can I explain it, they are basically guarding their energy, not allowing anybody to step up into their energy. They're learning how to set boundaries and push people back and not allow people to do whatever it is that they want to do. Okay? All right. Strength card, Leo energy. This is about them learning how to believe in themselves as well. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify. Okay, I feel like your person fantasizes about you a lot, Gemini. That's what Spirit wants you to know, okay? It says, head in the clouds, heart chasing fairy tales, right? So, hey, Lisa, how you doing? So I feel like with this, you know, they're just, I feel like I hear biding their time. So they fantasize about what the relationship is going to be like with you when the two of you come together. That's what I feel like this is saying with the fantasy world card. Then we got family pressure showing up here, right? So it says this relationship isn't just between the two of you anymore. Too many outside voices are shaping what should be private. This is something I feel like a problem that your person went through in the past, right? Allowing too many people into your, you know, into their connection. So that's why I hear secret lovers. Yeah, that's what we are. So this person is going to come in with you and want to keep this private. And it's not a thing of them trying to hide you. So those of you that's like, oh, they hide me, that's not what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying there's going to be a lot of people gunning for you in this connection because they don't want to see the two of you together. Okay, I told you there's people with a lot of attachments, entities and stuff attached to them with mental illness and all this shit that's trying to block this connection from coming together. Okay, all right. Okay, then we got, see, loving yourself. That's what this person is learning how to do, and you need to make sure you're focusing on this as well, because I told you, if you want a better connection, and because I hear you gets no love, so if you want to get the love, you're going to have to start by loving yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. This is the ultimate romance. It's not whatever you enter into with somebody in the 3D. It's the opposite. That's the opposite. The things that they told you that you learn from society are not correct. It is the opposite way. You must love yourself first to the exclusion of all else. That's why I keep telling you, every time you choose somebody over yourself and you say that this other person's feelings mean more than you, you're fucking betraying yourself, and you cannot expect things to turn out the way you want them to if you throwing your own damn self under the bus. You can't throw yourself under the bus and then fucking get mad at somebody else because they throwing you under the bus because they only doing what you doing, right? So you got to start to look in the mirror, deal with the hard truths, and realize the ways in which you are stepping wrong when it comes to how you handle yourself, okay? Because like I said, whatever you want for somebody else, you always have to give it to yourself first, okay? All right, so when it comes to your person's most honest, deepest feelings towards you, we got the Ace of Cups, Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, and then we have the Empress, which is Taurus Libra energy. So this person sees you as their divine counterpart, right? With the Hierophant card, this person wants to have a long-term, stable, and committed relationship with you, okay? And with the, you know, they either want a committed relationship if you decide that, or a marriage if that's what you're wanting. And then with the Ace of Cups, this is, of course, talking about a brand new relationship. But it's also talking about reinforcing what I just said about loving yourself. Because I hear, oh, here we go, Minnie Riperton. Loving you is easy because you're beautiful. It's Minnie Riperton sings that song. And that's the song that Spirit is playing in my head. But they're saying loving yourself is easy because you're beautiful. So you need to make sure you do this. Stop throwing yourself under the bus and acting like the love that you have for yourself don't fucking mean nothing, because it's everything. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It took me a long time to realize that. But once I understood that, that's when a lot of puzzle pieces started to you know, click into place. So you got to stop putting more value on what the fuck goes on the outside with other people and pay attention to the you know, what's going on with you. Because it's you and your relationship with yourself. Okay, so to clarify, you know, this Spirit is telling you, you about to get a clean slate. Your person is getting a clean slate. And you and this person are going to come into each other's lives and provide emotional safety. Okay? So it's saying you don't have to walk on eggshells or hide your feelings or second guess yourself. This connection holds you with care. So this is going to be a situation where, you know, you and this person are going to be able to let your hair down, you know, get comfortable, take off the masks and be your authentic self, your true and authentic self. That's the only way this is going to work as a healthy relationship. Okay. All right. Next question or next placement. How does your person present their feelings outwardly? Okay. Hold on. Okay. So we got the Ace of Swords here. We have the Two of Pentacles. And then we have the Six of Cups. Okay. So this person, you have a past life connection with them. Okay. I feel like they tell the people that are closest to them that they feel like the two of you are some form of a soulmate, right? And that you have some type of past life connection that your energy feels familiar to them. Okay. With the Ace of Swords, Spirit is telling you that also that this person is, you know, all about the communication. They're all about being honest. So they talk and speak honestly with the people that are, I feel like, closest to them about how they feel about you, Gemini. Okay. And with the Two of Pentacles, this is talking about, you know, balance. Like this person learning, you know, learning how to, it's not them juggling. This is not somebody that juggles. They've been in situations just like you have, Gemini, where there was a lot of juggling going on and they were the one that was being juggled. So Spirit is saying that this is a situation where this person is learning how to balance themselves out, you know, and they're learning how the best way to learn how to communicate and be truthful and honest about their feelings. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. So there's comfortability showing up here. It says, this is the kind of connection that doesn't require performing. You can be messy, quiet, soft, or strong and still feel accepted. So, like I said, it's a connection where you're going to be able to be comfortable and be yourself. Your person's going to be able to do that as well. Okay. You can, Spirit is telling you with this enduring love card, they're saying you can be with this person for the rest of your days if that's what you want, the rest of your life. So enduring love says you can picture the two of you growing old together, sharing stories, still finishing each other's sentences. This is a love that grows stronger with time. Okay. All right. Next placement, we're going to look at the foundation or origins of your person's feelings. Okay. We got the Eight of Cups showing up here. We have the Ten of Wands. And we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo, Capricorn. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that with the Eight of Cups, your person, you know, had to learn how to walk away from a lot of burdens, a lot of things that they were carrying around, and a lot of people that were no longer serving them, a lot of situations where they felt like, you know, they were getting the short end of the stick. Okay. Quite literally. Right. So when it comes to this, they had to learn how to step into this energy, right? Because this is what they always wanted, just like you did with the Queen of Pentacles. So this is talking about, again, a long-term, stable, and committed relationship. But it was something this person had to learn how to do. They had to learn how to love themselves, and they still focusing on that. Because I told you, even when you get in this relationship with this person, this has to be number one. Because the minute you take your eyes off of yourself and you start to not fulfill your own needs, that's when your shit's gonna start to tank. Everything's not gonna, it's gonna start to go down because you are the first person. Like I tell you, you are responsible for your own healing. You are also 100% responsible for making sure that you meet your needs, because people are, you know, everything, let me say it like this. Everything in this universe, in this lifetime, is on loan from the universe. Okay? Think about it. The cars you drive is only going to be for a certain amount of time, right? And then either you get another car or you sell that car, or whatever happens, you pass away and the car goes to somebody else, is going to be different thing. Anything in this earth, even people that come into your life. That's why they say, what is it? A season, a reason, or a lifetime, right? So I'm saying all this to say that is why it's so important that you make sure that you are taking care of yourself, Gemini, because you are the one that has to be with you forever. You're the only constant that's going to be going on in this lifetime. Okay. I'm not saying your person is not, you know, not going to be here or whatever, but like I say, life be life. And we know that. So you always need to make sure that you have your own back, because you are always going to take care of yourself. Like I said, people, you know, the way they move and things like that. Like I said, I feel like the person that's coming in is going to try to be there and be the best person that they can be for you. But they are human, only human, just like everybody else. And there are going to be times where they have to focus on their self. They have to focus on things that they're working on. And you need to be able to learn how to take care of yourself. Okay? Hey, Hoops Music, how you doing? Okay, see, look, power couple. And I heard, could it be I'm falling in love? That's what I hear with you. That's the Platters, right? So this person is watching you, Gemini, with a fake profile. That's what Spirit is saying. That cracks me up. I think it's so cute that your person, you know, is like that they do that you mean that much to them that they do that. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm glad you're here too. I ain't seen you in a while. Then we got new adventures here, right? So it says, whether it's road trips or soul quests, you're in it together. This love is a passport to the kind of life you used to only dream about, right? So, like I said, I feel like I told you, you are going to completely change this person's life. They're going to completely change your life. And it's just going to be a situation where you're going to get into this relationship and Spirit is like, okay, you have come together finally. And now you got to figure out how to navigate this, you know, this long-term relationship, how to make it healthy, how to, you know, how to keep it going, how to sustain it. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Okay. What your person wants, but they have not expressed. Let's see what that is. Well, I know one of it. They want y'all to be together. Oh, before I even turn that over. Because look, we got the King of Pentacles, Earth sign, or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, towards Virgo, Capricorn. And we just had the Queen that fell in the last one, right? Hey, Angel Eyes. Yeah, so Spirit is telling you this person wants to be in this long-term, stable and committed connection with you. Okay? They want a strong connection, mutual attraction with the Two of Cups. I don't know why the light is so bright. Okay, with on this deck, because it's I guess it's glossy and it's that's what it's doing. It's reflecting the light. Okay, and with the Ace of Wands, this person wants to have a passionate new start with you. So you got, this is the second ace you've gotten. They want, you know, good communication, a lot of truth between the two of you, and they also want, you know, passion. They either want to give you this stick, or they want you to give it to them. Get your mind out the gutter, Gemini. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, so this person is tired of the game plan. They don't want this anymore. This is something that they don't want. So, like I said, they want to go from, you know, being in connections where there was a lot of games playing to there being a strong connection, mutual attraction. Again, Two of Cups is a soulmate card, okay? Then when it comes to the biological clock card showing up here, you know, this person wants to put down roots with you, right? So Spirit is telling both of you to make sure you don't rush into this, because it, just like I tell y'all, it ain't nothing to mess around with to be in a relationship with somebody. It definitely ain't nothing to mess around with to be having kids with somebody, especially those where, you know, those y'all that had kids with your Dusty and Crusty, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Because it's like you ain't ever going to be able to get away from this person because you procreated with them, right? So Spirit is telling you, take your time. I hear it again. Baby, we can do it. Take your time. Do it right. We can do it, baby. But don't do it tonight. That's what I tell you. Take your time. Allow yourself to get to know this person. You know this is the destination, right? The Power Couple card. So knowing that, you got to just take your time. Because I feel like some of y'all, I've said this before, I feel like a lot of y'all don't know what it's like to be in a connection where you've like slowly really gotten to know somebody. Like I said, be somebody's friend. It should be a thing where when y'all get ready to get in the bed, it's like palpable. It's like your pores. It's like I took the time to get to know this person. I feel completely comfortable. I feel completely safe with this person. And I know this person got my back. I know, you know, they know I got their back. There are no questions about certain things. We've gone through rough periods. We know how to work through those things. You need to know these things. It's like a trial, right? Same thing with like a car. Who the fuck buys a car and don't fucking test drive it? And I'm not talking about sexually. Who buys a car and doesn't test drive it, right? So it's the same thing with a person. We spend more time and put more effort into major purchases in our life, like a house and all. Look, we get it inspected. We had the people go through it with a fine-tooth comb. We walk through the house all types of times. You know, we go in, we figure out what furniture is going to go here, what's going to look good here, what's going to look good there. You go through all these things to buy a house. But then you get into a relationship with somebody, and just like that, all of a sudden, it's you know, you go from A to Z. That it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You need to know who this person is, and the person needs to know who you are. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay, let's move on. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so how are your person's feelings likely to develop? That's the question we're looking at now. Okay, so we got the 3 of Cups showing up here. Like I told you, through friendship, can't fucking make it up. Again, this is a soulmate card, right? Then we got 7 of Swords here. Spirit is saying planning, taking the time to figure out how to be friends, figure out how to be in a relationship with each other, figure out certain things. Like I said, allow this person to tell you who they are. Some of y'all, I feel like you want to be courted. You want somebody to look at you a certain way and to treat you a certain way. Because I told you back in the day, people took the time to get to know each other. They wasn't, you know, jumping into bed with people and stuff like that was considered like fucked up. And so I'm saying all this to say, I'm not trying to drag you back to, like I said, the 1950s or the fucking 1940s, but they was on to something, okay? That's why a lot of the marriages and things lasted. I'm not saying they didn't have dusties and crusties back in the day, because they did. But I'm also telling you that I'm sure there was less of a chance of you getting into something like that with somebody because you took the time to get to know them. Like I said, you got to learn how to mitigate the damage. You got to learn how to have your own fucking back, okay? Because it doesn't matter what anybody tells you about somebody else. It don't matter what somebody else's experience is of somebody else. All that matters is what happens when you and this person are together. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you, right? And because one person could have a positive experience with this person because they bring out positive qualities about them, but you could get in a relationship with, or get to know the same person, and they bring out all your fucked up shit, right? Dusties, case in point, Dusties and the Crusties, right? So I'm saying all of this to say, you have to look at all these things and understand that, okay? There are a lot of moving parts to being in a relationship with somebody, okay? And it ain't, a lot of times, if you just go slow, you will save yourself a lot of fucking heartbreak, okay? So then we got the 6 of Wands here. So this person, they know you the one, okay? Because that I hear dream lover, but we know rescuing. Come be with me. I'm going to change the words because I told you we rescue ourselves in this collective. Ain't nobody coming to rescue us. We rescue ourselves. We are divine counterparts. We are ascended masters, and we conduct ourselves in that fucking manner. All right? Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. This card fell too. Sober life. I didn't talk about this in the last one when we talked about what your person wants but hasn't expressed. The sober life, letting go of addictions, letting go of things, because addictions don't have to be illicit drugs. It don't have to be drinking. It could be anything. It could be overwork. It could be the fact that, you know, you like Dusties and Crusties. It could be, you know, it could be anything, right? Codependency, anything. So your person is wanting to let go of their stuff, and they're wanting you to let go of yours as well, because that's what's going to make the connection the best it can be. All right? All right, let's clarify these other cards, these cards that just fell. Hold on. All right. Okay, see, look, this person wants to step into the 10 of Cups with you. They want to break generational curses and, you know, create a family with you, whether it is, you know, made up of you having children and them having children and bringing them together, or you procreating together and bringing in together children. It's going to be different for all of you, okay? Then we got common interests showing up here. It's talking about shared passions, mutual hobbies, parallel curiosities. It's easy to bond when your worlds naturally overlap. So you and this person will have a lot of similarities. You'll like to do a lot of different things, but as I told you, you're gonna open them up to new things. They'll do the same for you. Okay. Then we got business partners showing up here. It says you're proof that love doesn't have to get in the way of success. With the right person, it fuels it. So you and this person are going to come together and have a mission, a business you're going to start together that I feel like is going to be very lucrative, because you're going to be this person's good luck charm. They're going to be yours as well. And like I said, this will be somebody who is your damn cheerleader. I hear this boom bar in my head. Will be your cheerleader and have your back. Okay. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, what's holding your person back or causing them hesitation? Let's see. We got the Six of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. And then we have the Fool. So your person's ready to take the leap. That's what Spirit is telling me with the Fool, right? But they're listening to their intuition, Pisces energy, waiting for the time to be right for the two of them to be able to do this, right? And with the Six of Pentacles, this is about them wanting to give you, equal love, equal give and take. But that the only hesitation is the fact that they have to wait until the time is right. This person is tapped in just like you are, and they know what their higher self, their, soul, whatever is telling them, okay? Okay, this is one of the things too that's holding this stuff back. It could be on your side, it could be on your person's side, right? We got money issues, money problems here. It says you're not on the same page financially, and it's bleeding into your emotional connection. So whoever it is, hey Addie Mary, whoever it is that's got the money issues, it could be both of you, could be one or the other. Spirit is saying that's something that has to be, gotten under control before you can come together with this person. And I tell y'all all the time, it's not a thing where you got to have the same amount of money in your bank account as them, down to the penny, but you got to establish that financial stability, just stability period for yourself, before you can be trying to get into a connection with somebody else and building a stable relationship with them, okay? Then we got unspoken feelings showing up here. So this person, they're hesitating about telling you their feelings because they're waiting on their intuition, okay, to tell them when the time is right to come in, okay, to open the floodgates, whatever you want to say. And then, like I said, they know that this connection is going to be something that's going to change your life and their lives, okay? It could cause them a little hesitation, because this is like this is something, like I said, you be wishing for this stuff, and then when it show up, it's like deer in the headlights, like, oh shit, it's here, what do I do now? So I feel like it's kind of like that. But I feel like the number one reason this person hasn't come forward yet is because they still working on themselves, and they're waiting to get the go ahead, the nod from Spirit or their higher self. Okay, all right. Next, last question or last placement. What would deepen or strengthen your person's feelings? Okay. Okay, we got the Seven of Cups. Okay, this is talking about having options, choices, and being confused. This person wants you to make your choice about who you want. They want, I feel like they've already made theirs, but they may have to make it again, just like, you're going to have to make it. Okay, with the Eight of Wands, this person is going to want, communication, movement between the two of you. Okay, swift communication. This is going to be somebody that, they answer the text. When they send a text and you answer them back, they answer you back. It's not going to be somebody that leaves you on red and does all this stupid shit that the other person did to you. Okay, then we got the Ten of Pentacles here. This person is going to want to build a legacy with you. That's why we got this power couple card here, right? Look at them. They're surveying what they've already, come through, right? What they've already built, and talking to each other about what's next, right? So like I told you, this is the card I like when it talks about love, because even though it's Pentacles, it's love, money, legacy, the whole 9 yards, like building future wealth, right? So like I told you, for some of you, this is going to be, you're going to be the first generation that has, millionaire status, billionaire status. Is going to be different for all of you. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. See? Somebody got an addiction. It says addiction distorts everything. Truth, trust, priorities. Until healing begins, healthy love can't grow in this soil. And I told you, don't have to be alcohol. Don't have to be drugs. Don't have to be that. It could be overworking. It could be going to the gym too much, watch too much TV. You know, anything that takes up a lot of your time and you do too much of it. Okay? Or like I said, or codependency, dependency on a person, things like that. Okay? Then we got done settling showing up here. So Spirit is just telling me both you and your person are tired of the status quo. You're tired of dealing with these people that you know don't show up the way that you show up. Your person feels exactly the same way. That's what Spirit is saying, okay? So yeah, y'all have canceled these, you know, dusties and crusties and walked away from these people. And I feel like that's what your person is wanting. Both of y'all to completely and utterly shut the door on these old people, kick them off in the ass and don't ever let them come back. Okay? All right. Okay, let's get these other cards, see what else Spirit wants to tell you. Oh, there's a card that's in here that don't belong in here. Let's see what it is. Oh, there you go. We're not singing it. We're not singing it. Secret lovers. Yeah, that's what we are. So Spirit is reinforcing it. It's in this deck, and it don't belong in this deck. So whenever that happens, that's something Spirit wants you to know. Okay. So we have body shame, Gemini. It says this could be you. It could be your person. Okay, or it could be both of you. You feel unattractive to others. Okay, it says work on accepting yourself, flaws and all, no matter what it is. Because I told you, the relationship you have with yourself, that's what a relationship with a person is, a romantic relationship with a person. It is the externalized version of how you treat yourself. That's why I tell you, you need to show up when you're tired, when you don't want to do it, when it's this, when it's hard, when it, you know, not just when it's easy. It's easy to show up when things are easy. Okay, it's when it's hard and you got to fucking dig down deep. That's the shit you know, when you really need to show up, when you really need to talk to yourself, when you really need to do the hard thing. Okay? All right. Then we got ambivalent also. It says you say you want a lover, Gemini, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want. Some of y'all don't even know what you want, Spirit is saying, but you want to be in a relationship. So what you gonna do when this person is ready? Because I told you this person thinks a lot about this connection. That's why we got the fantasy world card showing up here. They're focusing on all the, you know, the beautiful things about this connection, what they want you to do, what they so this person know what they want. So you need to be figuring it out for yourself. All right, then we got burned out here. You got a lot of cards that fail, Gemini. It says you'll feel emotionally burned out right now. Retreat and recover before continuing. Okay? So I hear if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. So some of y'all may feel broken down because of this old connection, because some of y'all could still be healing from that. You know, don't be afraid to give yourself the time that you need to do that, because I told you, whatever you don't fucking heal before you get into this connection with this person, all that shit's gonna come up. It's all gonna come up like a fucking geyser. You know, like that fucking heated water under the ground when you go to some of them parks, them national parks or whatever, like something spewing out of the ground just out of nowhere. That's what happens when you get in a relationship with somebody and you don't fix your shit and the two of you start to butt heads. Okay, and it will actually contribute to you having problems in the connection because you're not dealing with your shit. Okay, then we got two passive, Gemini. It says take initiative to meet someone and keep the passion ignited. So you're gonna have to do your part. That's what Spirit is telling you. Okay, or this could just be, you know, maybe you've given up because you've always tried to give it your all, and because I hear Mariah Carey, I give my all to have. I'm not saying the rest of that. So with the two passive card, whatever this is, whatever way it's talking to you, you know what Spirit is saying. Okay. Then they're settling again. This is the second time. Look, second time we got done settling and settling. So Spirit is telling you, Gemini, don't stay with someone who isn't right for you just because it's safe. So what this is telling me is that some of y'all are still with them fucking dusties and crusties. Are you coming in and out of things with this, with this person, and it's time for you to let this person go. I keep telling you, stop putting somebody else's fucking feelings before yours, because if the person really cared about you, they would be fucking treating you right, and you wouldn't be sitting at a crossroads trying to figure out if you need to leave this motherfucker or continue on, right? So let's move on and get the messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, your person is telling you right here. It says, when I look into your eyes, the whole world stops and I forget where I am. So you got this person mesmerized, Gemini. Okay, then we've got, you are the only one who gets me without me saying anything. Like I told you, this is one of them relationships where you finish each other's sentences. You say one thing, and before you can get it out of your mouth, they finishing it. They already know what you're talking about. Okay, all right, let's get some more. Okay, we have unexpected here. It says, open your mind to be receptive to me. I'm not at all what you're expecting. I tell you this all the time. Those you new people, different background, different race, different religion, and a lot of times it's going to be an age gap. Not in every instance, but in a lot of instances it's going to be an age gap, because there are certain things that need to occur. Okay? Certain things that society need to fucking get over, okay? And you need to get, some of y'all need to get over it too. Because you can tell by the reaction, by the things that are coming out, that some of y'all have age issues, okay, and all types of things. And it's, at the end of the day, so what if we got different backgrounds? So what if we different colors? So what? Love is love at the end of the day. That's what Spirit is telling you. Look, love is love, okay? All right. Then we got healing. It says, I'm going through a process of healing and restoration so I can be in optimal health again. Okay? So your person is healing themselves. You need to make sure you're doing the same thing, Gemini. I was about to call you Virgo. So your person might have Virgo placements, or you might have. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, we have lasting love. I hear my endless love. I hear that. That's who in the hell is that? Is that Diana Ross and, I think it's Diana Ross and the dude from the Commodores, I think that's who that is. Okay. The one dancing on the ceiling, his ass. So we got, it says, this is your true love. That's what Spirit is saying, okay? Then we got love language, acts of service, right? So it says, actions speak louder than words. So this would be somebody that does a lot of things for you, or you'll do a lot of things for each other. And then look, again, can't fucking make it up. Look, we got loving yourself here, and then here, self-love again. It says, love yourself first. That is paramount. If you want your relationship to go well, you want to start off running or at a good pace. Well, you don't need to be running. I told you, you don't need to be going fast. If you want to hit the ground, look, now you're supposed to say hit the ground running. If you want to hit the ground at a good pace, let's say it like that, you need to make sure that you are setting your foundation up for success. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? All right, Gemini, that was your message. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. Please have a good day, good rest of your week, and a good weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Love you, Gemini. Hang on in there. Bye.